Well, family, why I can't wake up and it be a lovely day, 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 a lovely day. Why? Every single day is not a lovely day. Every single day, something else is coming out on the news. But no, it is a lovely day because I am in Yahusha Hamashiach. So it's always a lovely day. But the point that I am trying to make is that there's always some drama going on in the United States of America. Now we know that Trump just took in, signed all of these 100 gazillion changes that he is wanting to make because he's on the rampage. And one of those things is DI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, which is putting America back in the 1950s and 60s. And when you think about it, and I'm going to try to make this video short. When you think about it, all of a sudden you see these racist, white supremacist groups marching around different cities here in America over the past couple of months. Like, yeah, they didn't got the heads up that something is about to happen that's going to give them a okay to spew their evilness and their wickedness. But what they don't understand is that they are inviting death to themselves by continuing with this racism and hatred against African Americans. Now, they have put themselves in a twist because they don't understand that you start deporting people, that means you have to deport yourself. Because the only people that still needs to be here in the United States of America is the 10% of the descendants that made it, that did not get unalive, from the 90% that did get unalive from when these colonizers came over here and deleted 90% of the indigenous people that were already here in this region that they call the United States of America. Okay? So only 10% of the descendants, obviously it would be more than that because people obviously multiply. But only the descendants from the 10% that was still left alive before they brought my people over here, because they realized that after they deleted 90% of the people, then the 10% that they had left couldn't continue on with the building here in America. So then, therefore, the transatlantic slave trades started, or people came over here to the Americas because the slave trade had already started 100 years before 1619. They just weren't coming over here to the Americas. They were just going down into the islands and other countries around the world. So that means that you have to start deporting yourself, because this is not the real land. This is not the original land of the so-called Caucasian people, what they call white people. Y'all need to deport yourself too. All however many 200 million, or however many millions of white folks they have over here in America. Y'all need to start deporting your own self, because this is not your land. This has never been your land. You still on stolen land. You need to start deporting yourself. The original people that this land belongs to, they're melanated people. They're, black and brown, caramel. They're not olive skin with no straight hair. That's a mixture. Okay? The original people, the indigenous people of this land are black and brown, indigenous, colored people. Everybody else came over here through slave trade, came over here because you're refugees, or you came over here because you were a European damn colonizer. Okay? So, don't get it twisted. The Most High Yahuwah Elohim is on the African American so-called black people's side. And the other countries, other nations are on our side too. So if you pop off something over here, you're going to get your butt brought to you. Just as simple as that. Now, we have fought and done things the right way to try to get along, going through the little laws and all that type of stuff. And y'all have to understand that we are not our ancestors. We about that life. We really are. We are about that life. We don't want to have to fight with y'all. A lot of us don't even really want to be fighting with our own people, let alone with somebody else. But if you want to bring that stuff to us, you want to start it, we gonna finish it. It's just as simple as that. So in those talking about, well, he said, we just gonna, take care of, what Donald Trump said, we gonna just focus on us, take care of America, and we're not gonna be giving out any more handouts, and we're not gonna be doing this and doing. You have to understand, those who colonize are selfish. Okay, that's putting themselves first. That's selfishness. When you enslave another group of people, that's putting yourself first. That's selfishness. Okay, it boils down to evil and wickedness. So it's not like this is like something new. Just because he's saying it, you can see that through slavery and colonization that they have always put themselves first. Because that is selfishness. That's the spirit of selfishness. So all of that about, we need to come together as African-American people of the diaspora, from everybody that's down in the islands, wherever our people are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. What are you talking about? We should have been did that. You have already seen, you just hadn't got the revelation and awakening to what colonization and slavery from another group of people that look like this have always put themselves first. You can look at the laws that was put into place here in the United States of America, and you can see that they put themselves first. That ain't nothing new. So, what we have to do is be vigilant, because the adversary, the devil, roams around seeking whom he can devour. So we have to don't trust nobody. Looking at everybody that don't look like us. You walking up the street, you going to the grocery store, you walking to your car from the grocery store, be led by the Holy Spirit if you should go to the mall, if you should do this, do that. Because I know a lot of y'all don't want to pack up your stuff and move. Some of you do want to pack up your stuff and move and go back to the continent from which our ancestors came from through the transatlantic slave trade, but you're not financially able to do so. Continue to trust the Most High. He is our source. He is our source of supply. And he said that he will supply all of our needs according to his riches and glory by his son, Hamashiach Yahusha. And his hands is not waxed short, because he's not a man that he should lie, nor the son of man that he should repent. So all this stuff about putting America first and all that kind of stuff, all that's about is putting white America first. That don't have nothing to do with the indigenous people that were already here, the ones that they think that's the real indigenous people that they call the Indians and Native Americans. Don't have nothing to do with the Hispanics or anybody from the islands or from Africa, or the descendants of the slaves who were born and raised here. It has to do with white supremacy. and the evil and the wickedness that comes with that. But what they don't understand is that that Bible, that this inauguration that he did not put his hands on, is a real thing. It ain't just some black ink printed on some paper that come from a tree. It is a real living word that the Most High Yahuwah Elohim has written, has written, and it will not return back to him void. So whatever they got planned to do, the same pit that they're digging for us is the same one that they gonna fall into themselves. All they're doing is helping the Most High fulfill his holy word that is called prophecy. So let them go ahead and do what they gonna do, and the Most High and his word is gonna be a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our path. He will direct our footsteps. And if it comes to the point where we have to pimp slap one of these mugs, I guarantee you the Most High will anoint these hands and teach our hands to war and give us the ability to leap across a wall if we have to. So, like I said in one of my other videos, you got to do that, he gave $500 million to Trump for this presidential election. That don't mean that he can't give somebody $100 million to say that he got he has some type of spectrum situation that caused him to do some German salute. When he owns 2 patents, he's running a business, he's a millionaire, and all y'all gonna use that as an excuse for why he did what he did. And none of y'all have seen his medical records. And even if you did have seen his medical records and know him personally, that don't mean that he can't pay a doctor to go ahead and write him up a diagnosis. Because where I work at, they doing it all the time to get that what they call the FMLA, okay? You've been with your doctor long enough, he'll give you something that will approve you for FMLA. So you cannot tell me a multi-billionaire can't pay off a doctor to give him a diagnosis, so that way whenever he decides that he want to do something that's off the cusp, that's going to be questionable or considered to be, racist, that he will have an excuse for why he did what he did. Money talk and bullcrap walks. Okay, just as simple as that. Every time y'all do something, oh, they got mental issues, or they got the spectrum artistic going on with them. No, the stuff that you're doing is demonic. It's of the devil. It's of darkness, and it's of wickedness. Okay? That's the devil's deception and lies to give people an excuse for the evil things that they say and do. The Most High said, I have given you a sound mind. When you are in Yahusha Elohim, in his word, you will have a sound mind. And when you have a sound mind, then you will have a sound heart, because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And anything that you speak, obviously, it comes with an action. So if you are not in Yahusha, and his father, Yahuwah, you're in darkness. You're in wickedness. So everybody knows on the entire earth how wicked and evil and narcissistic and controlling America is. So what y'all gonna do? Right now, all y'all need to be coming together and making your plans for not depending on America anymore. Didn't the Most High give you a brain? You don't know how to think for yourself? He said he not giving out any more handouts. Why y'all was asking for handouts anyway? Y'all ain't never needed them. Your source should be the Most High, Yahuwah. Africa, you ain't never needed the Europeans. You ain't never needed America. You never needed anybody but yourselves. And the land that you walk on, that the Most High gave to you, which has all the riches, all the wealth, all the prosperity, all the blessing that you can ever need. You don't need no handouts from nobody else, from no other country that just want to control you, manipulate you, lie to you, delete you, colonize you, hate on you. Like, are you serious? Wake up. Wake up, Black America. Wake up, Diaspora. Wake up. It's time to wake up. Are you woke now? Are you woke? The DEI is gone. This is why you see these white boys with their face covered, marching up the street, saying all these racial slurs, okay? This is why you are seeing it, because they already got the heads up. Everybody from January 6th has been released, all 1,500 of them. They have been given immunity, if I'm not mistaken, on the immunity part. But they have been, exonerated of all the charges from January 6th, except for one who spent 90 days, and she's like, well, I did the crime. I should do the time. I'm not trying to get no pass on what I did, because I knew what I was doing. I was wrong. I wasn't I wasn't one of the people that was harming anybody or doing anything to any authorities or whatever. But I was there. I broke into the building and all that kind of stuff. Was in there like everybody else. So, I admitted to my wrongdoing, and so that I expect to do my time. So she on probation, 3-5 years or something like that. I can't remember her name. But yeah, this is the start of civil war. You have other countries that don't want to take their people back who are being deported. No, take your people back, because I guarantee you're going to need them when stuff pop off. You're going to need them extra hands and feet and eyes. So everybody that America is deporting, which is 10 to 11 million of them, believe me, take your people back. Provide for them whatever they need, mental health, get off drugs, schooling, housing, education. No, take them back. Because when these fights start popping off, you're going to need them extra bodies to help you fight. So take your people back. Anybody that they're deporting, that ICE is going to get, receive them with open arms and put them right into the army, the military, whatever, in your country from which they came, that they're coming back. No, take your people back, because you don't want your people to stay here. Why would you want your people to stay here with all of this stuff that us Black Americans have had to endure for over the past 400 years and then some? Take